Good morning. Come on, this is Life Pastor Kyle, and this is the journey to a winning anyway life. Come on in. Good morning, Brittany. Oh my God, she's the first one in early in the morning. Look, it's a morning to be expected, and I'll tell you more about it in just a minute. Good morning, Ivan Rice. Enjoyed our conversation, sir. Very new. Maria Matthews, Mabel Rice, Minister Tamala Ricks, Dolores Bell, Linnell, Renita, Lester Blunt. Come on in, man. Y'all come on. It's going to be a good morning. This is the journey to winning anyway life. And I am your facilitator this morning. I am your life coach. Hello, Roy Sells. I'm your life coach for the hour, but some of you are more than that. Dolores, I enjoyed you the other night. I hope you have accomplished what you were supposed to do for the week. Today is Friday, and so I look for the inbox on what you were supposed to do. Hello, Crystal Burton. Good to see you. Gay Collier, she made it this morning. This is the coaching. I've been missing you at church, but I see you and going back. Hello, Chris Blake. How you doing, man? Canvas Booker Sap. How are you today? Today's going to be an amazing day. No matter what's going on this morning, I'm playing my friend again, the Jeremy Gaddy. The song he's playing now is called Rites of Passage. I could go into that a whole lot because I don't know what the song meant to him, but when I was younger, I was in something called the Rites of Passage, which means it was a transitional part of my life to go from something to something else. And it gave me everything I needed to go through those things to get to the positive side of me and to get to the developing side of me and the results side of me. And so DJ McGetty, his CD is called Something to Say. He's a drummer and a producer and an executive producer and more, so much more. It's called Something to Say. The amazing part is he's wearing a mask on it when you say Something to Say, and then he's playing drums. It's just an amazing all-around CD and music to play through the weekend while you're cleaning, while you're in your car. And this song is called Rites of Passage. Go check it out. As a matter of fact, his brother will be with us on tomorrow. Apostle Victor Gaddy. It's actually his brother. He will be with us on tomorrow at 6:30. For those of you who would like to be in the church tomorrow, inbox me at the church. But if you're not, make sure you're online. But if you would like to be in the sanctuary of Greater Truth Temple tomorrow night at 6:30, I know I'm coach, I'm pastor, I'm life pastor, I'm prophet, I'm all of it. So we're doing it all. Well, this morning, Tamisha Figaro, good to see you. Hello to Wanda Carr, Carlos Divine, Dolores Bell again, yeah. Hey Ray, good to see you. Don Elman, Emery Shelvin, Tarika Hood, come on in. Where are you, Tarika Hood? Okay, good morning, there it is. I couldn't see your little angel on there. So listen, this morning's gonna be a very good morning. And the reason why I think so is because we finished our series this, last month was branding. This month was breaking financial barriers. And I think it was amazing. People that were in class have so many results. If you're on here, well, I won't do that. If you're on here, those who were in class, those who were in the after class, hello, Shauna Speaks. Good morning. God bless you. Those who were in the after coaching class did an amazing job. And those who are in the class, it's been amazing. They have results already this week. One person bought a new car, just getting things in their life together. Someone else on their own had some major results. I'll let them tell you later in a exchange of their time. Most of you right now, I'm already starting, y'all. Most of you have already exchanged your time for money. You're preparing this morning to exchange your time for money. You're preparing to go to work. And work is where you go and exchange your time for money. At no point in time does the job pay you what you're worth. Good morning, Brandy. At no point in time does the job pay you what you worth unless you set your own salary. But you're going to exchange your time for money, and someone did that. Every interview you have, you should convince them that you are worth their time. No, that they are worth your time and you are worth their money. That way you can produce. Hello, Gerald and Wiley Sheridan. Chris Wells, good to see you, man. And so, yeah, Tweaker Hood, you exchange your time for money. That's what you're going to do this morning. People are going to work to exchange their time for money. And so, yeah, the class was excellent. This month, our class, hello, Catherine Adams. Good morning, early in the morning, cousin. This morning, April's month is going to be talking about the business within. You'll only get a few minutes. The business within is going to be major, but you have to deal with what you're born to do, not what your career says. But because we're not in April yet, I decided to go back and grab a piece of something. Go back to the beginning to give some people the outline of where Winning Anyway started, when it became official, kind of. We did it so many times. I've done it several times. I want to do it again. I want to talk about how to obtain and sustain a winning anyway mindset. I spelled it wrong on my notes, and I was like, this is not what it says. And so I want to talk about how to obtain and sustain a winning anyway mindset. Let's get started. We're already in this morning. And so I want you to get the best of your time this morning. To obtain something simply means to acquire or to secure something. I want to help you to acquire and secure something. Good morning, Tisa. Good to see you. I want to teach you how to obtain something and sustain it, which also means to acquire and secure it. Don't just get it and can't keep it. I want you to get it, and I want you to acquire it and keep it long term. Now, when I say obtaining a winning anyway mindset, you have to give winning a definition. Winning simply means to capture. Well, let's use like this. Yeah, let's do this. A victory, to capture a territory or a conquest, something you conquer. So you can't win if you don't have, number one, a victory. I got to go quick. Number two, you've not captured extra territory. Number three, if you've not conquered something. If you don't have a victory, you have not captured territory, and you have not conquered something. It does no good for me to go out and pick up grass, good morning, Trish Wells, off the side of the street, when that's not a victory, because I've not captured any territory, neither have I conquered anything. Now, if I go out and purchase something and it becomes mine and I get it for a good price, then now I've gotten territory and I've conquered a financial situation in my life that I can change. I'm on the way somewhere. Listen, so many people desire to live a winning anyway life. Come on, Trish, I'm going in. But it takes mental work. It's not something you tag on your Facebook page. It's not something you put on Instagram. It's not something you wear on a shirt only. It is a lifestyle and a mental work. Good morning, Raquel Kyle. It's a mental work. And in this mental work, you have to do the work to get the results. You have to do the work to get the results. Y'all like and share and tag the post for somebody who you think may need it this morning. Hey, Trish, Trina Morgan, good to see you. Y'all doing well. The number. This is not my church. This is my coaching. So it's totally different. So yes, as Tarika Hood, winning is a victory, captured territory, or something conquered. Yeah, it's conquered. You must have a conquest. So look, again, a lot of people desire to live a winning anyway life, but it takes mental work. Watch this. You can't think like everyone else. You got it? Thank you. You can't think like everyone else. You got it? You can't process like everyone else. Here it is. You have to be you. I'm there again. Hello, Manny. You have to be you. Because having a winning anyway mindset is not always about you being first. We were kids, played a game called Monopoly, y'all. And Monopoly was not the first person out. Monopoly was if you were the last person, you win. Or I have another game for you. Another game we call Russian roulette. Russian roulette. The first person to pull the trigger and get the bullet is not the winner. The first person who pulls the trigger and gets the bullet is the loser. Or a game called the last man standing. So having a winning anyway mindset is understanding how the process, first things first, or not being first. Because having the winning anyway mindset, the mindset of it is knowing when to be first and when to be last. Good morning, Shanine, Chandra Deneen. I put both our names together. Good morning, Coach. Having a winning anyway mindset is knowing when to be first and then knowing when to be last. Knowing when first, if somebody's robbing a store, you don't want to be the first in line in front of the robber. You don't want to be the first. And the reason why I said you have to have a different mindset, you can't think like everyone else. You can't process like everyone else. Because if winning to you is processed through comparing yourself with or to other people, you'll never win. You'll never win because you're always processing yourself based on a false level of advertisement of someone else. Please do not run and chase profiles on social media because people can be anything they want to be. And sometimes you'll find that they may be winning on social media, but losing at life. Let's say it again. Winning on social media, but losing at life. Got it? When you start trying to process your life by somebody else, you will find out that there will always be somebody different or better than you. So the best thing you can do, here it is again, is just be you. Because there's always, if you process it like that, there's always somebody better at doing something. There's always somebody better at doing something. But there'll never be anyone better than you doing you. When you're doing you, you automatically win. Because there's nobody that can beat you being you. So I want to encourage you this morning. I want to encourage you to speak up. Speak up. Speak up. Speak up. Speak up in both ways, which means be positive. Speak up. Don't talk down to yourself. Don't talk negative about yourself. Don't allow the first thing you say about you to be negative. And here's what you have to do: is you have to. I jumped out to the end of my lesson. You have to just speak up. I'll go there in a minute. You have to speak up. You have to literally speak up about you, and don't allow anything or anybody in your head to allow you to speak down about you. Part two, Eric Troutman. Part two about speaking up is you have to speak what you desire and what you want. I'm going to talk to you just a minute. So many times in life, we speak about things in our head, and we talk to others about things we desired or wanted, but we never take the time to say, this is what I desired, this is what I thought, this is what I wanted. Watch this. Have you ever had a dream about someone and it was a good dream, and you didn't tell them until later? You said, you know what, I had a dream about you, and it was this. And I'm sure they wondered, why didn't you tell them? You said, oh, I forgot. You just now told that person that they mean nothing to you, because the positive thing about them that you thought and dreamed about wasn't enough for you to carry it. Can I go further? You said, I got busy and I have enough time. Let me explain to you. To have a conversation takes 5, 10 to 15 minutes. When you tell a person, I don't have 15 minutes in a day for you, it's nothing negative about the person. It now sows a seed to the person that I wasn't 15 minutes valuable to you out of 24 hours. And so now their perspective of you and expectation is lowered because you didn't take the time to deliver a positive word that they may have needed throughout the day. They may have needed something encouraging. They may have needed to connect. I'm learning now, people that don't connect with me or have time, I'm good, because God's connecting me to people who do have time. I'm not mad at those who don't, but because God knows who I am, He knows I'm a giver. I'm a giver. I'm gonna help you. No notes. I'm a giver of wisdom. I'm a giver of word. I'm a giver of wit. And I'm a giver, here it is, of wealth. I like that one, First Lady. I'm a giver of wisdom. I'm a giver of word. I'm a giver of wit. And I'm a giver of wealth. And if you don't have time for me, that's fine. I have no problem. I have no issue with it, because there's someone that I concede wisdom, wealth, wit, and word into. But that's what speaking up is. Speaking up is to make the time. Dr. Herbert Payne, good to see you, man. Listen, good to see you, sir. Congratulations, man, on everything. So listen, you have to have a desire to get what it is you want, what you say you want. And here's another issue. Don't assume. Because when you assume, you waste your time. Can I go further? Apostle Hilliard says this. And I'd rather people in my life, I'm a communicator. So I would rather you just talk. You got it? I'd rather you just talk. That's it, Raquel. That's it. I got it, Brittany. Okay, good. I see you, Raquel. That's good. I'd rather you just talk. Let's just say what it is, because here's the deal. Apostle says assumption is the lowest form of knowledge. Because assumption says, I think you should know, or you should know, or maybe I'll just tell you. That's a level. That's an immature level of maturity. Don't assume. Just say thank you, First Lady. Can you text me that? I'll make a post out of that today. Y'all don't bother that. Wisdom, word, wit, and wealth. I'll spell it later. Don't assume. Just say it. Because if you learn, let me help you. If you learn, she got wit like Whitney. If you learn to say it. Now, let me show y'all something about coaching. When I coach you, I'm not coaching you to throw slugs. I'm coaching you to get you some wisdom on how to avoid the slugs being thrown and how to be mature in communicating. If all you hear is what it is about them, you are my target. It's not about them, it's about you. Don't assume. Just say it. Let me tell you why you used to say it. Because the world might hear you and respond. Somebody in the world may hear you say what you're thinking and respond. Your life may hear you and respond. Your seeds you've already sown may hear you and respond. Where you are may respond if you just say it and don't assume it. That's why I said speak up, speak positively. And the reason why we have a hard time speaking positively is because most people get too emotionally involved and not mentally involved. Okay? I'm coming with real. Most people I'm just showing y'all how to obtain and sustain a winning life. You have to obtain this thing first. So you have to deal with your own mind. We get emotionally involved. We get involved in our heart in things our mind does not have the capacity to process, whether it's our faith, our intellect, or our wisdom. We get involved in our emotions. See, our mind is our faith or lack of, all those strange things. But we don't have the emotional capacity, which means the energy or the motion. Energy, motion, emotion. We don't have the emotion to process this thing. And we get too emotionally involved in something. Good morning, Darnell Anderson. We don't have the capacity to process or receive. And so what happens is, because you're emotionally involved, we miss some things. She say, wit, no glasses. We get emotionally involved, so we don't execute from our winning place of thinking. We execute from our emotions. We don't execute from the place that will get us a quick result. We execute from a place that we think people will receive and understand and celebrate us. You got it? So listen, you have to know that you've been given the ability to live better. You have to know that you've been given the ability to live better. I'll say it again. You have to know that you've been given the ability to live better. Wherever you are, because number one, you know you have the ability because you have breath in your body and you have life. As long as you have life, His mercy, His grace, His benefits, life is new every morning. So every morning you have the ability to live better. What you do with your ability is up to you. Whether you win or lose is up to you. So you have to plan to live life as a winner. It does not just happen. It does not just happen. You have to plan to live life as a winner. So listen, this morning, let's make it happen. Let's make it happen. Yeah, you have the ability. You've been given the ability to live better. You were actually born with the ability, Raquel. You were born with. The question is, what are we doing with what we have? Are we developing? Are we maturing? Are we growing in the ability that we have so we can process better? After you get to a certain place, I'm a stickler for people saying, you didn't celebrate me right here. And the reason why sometimes is because I celebrated you and pushed you to get to the place. So once you get there, my job is not to celebrate you. My job is to push you. You need to find out, ooh, I went too far. You need to find out who are your cheerleaders in your life and who are your coaches. A coach will jump with you for a few minutes and then say, the next play is at hand. And the next play has to be on a timer. You can't make one touchdown in a game and spend the next 15 minutes celebrating because you will lose the game. My job is to celebrate you quickly and say, good job. Now let's go to the next level. If you don't want people in your life like that, you will never be successful because you're going to always look for the cheers and not for the coach. Oh. And so listen. So Lily Gray, you have to look at your computer. I'm not sure. You have to put notifications on your computer. On the right-hand side, the little button, you click it, it'll tell you when I'm on. And I put flyers out all day. So God bless you. We're there. Come on in. So listen, you have to know who's in your life and why they're in your life. I'm learning that now. I'm learning that some people don't have the emotional capacity to be close to me in my life. Why? Because they don't have, can I bother y'all? They don't have the wealth, the wit, the wisdom, or the word. Watch this. If they don't have it, then they also refuse to have the capacity to receive the wealth, the wisdom, the word, and the wit. So what it means is, I just go to those who do. There's nothing else I can do. I can't make a person choose to expand their ability to be better. So let's make it happen. Because to make it happen, well, this morning, I don't just want to make it happen. I want you to continue to happen. I want it to continue to happen in your life. A lot of people can do certain things one time. But to get a balance in life that's consistent is what's missing. To get a balance in life that's consistent is what's missing. Anybody can make somebody smile once. Anybody can make you happy once. Anybody can buy you something you like once. But to produce a consistency in a person's life is major. You got it? Now listen, let me be nice. I am a coach that will celebrate you. I will inbox you and say, that's good. Or do you remember what that is? Or did you hear what you did and how you did it? Did you understand that that's winning? Did you understand that's execution? I will celebrate you for a moment, but I'm not going to stay. Can I be straight up as a coach? I'm not going to stay in a halter top and boy shorts and pom-poms for you. What that means? I'm not going to be a cheerleader in bloomers all day and all night. Because the next day is coming. And if you don't have a coach to prepare you for the next day, you will win today and lose tomorrow. So you have to set your own process of winning. Got to go real fast, y'all. Listen. Biblically, Dalton Thomas says, I'm not going to win until I can see the process that Jesus has been through, which means I won't believe till I see the holes in his hand. You got it? The holes in his feet, the nail in his side. I won't believe until then. It's the criteria he set. So Jesus meets him and say, hand me your hand. Puts his hand in his hand, hands inside, because his goal is getting to believe. You got it? Once you set your process of winning, understand? Once you set your own personal process of winning, that's how you're going to win. No matter what you say, no matter how you feel, that's how you're going to win. I like this, Trish. Celebrating too long will get you a penalty on the field. And too many penalties will get you a loss. Watch this. A loss of downs, a loss of yardage, and a loss of the game. I got to go. That was good, Trish. Thank you. So listen. So I want to explain the process again. I want to explain the process of obtaining and sustaining a winning anyway life. I want to explain this process. When you are being you, you have to take your winning cues from scripture and wise voices. Scripture and wise voices. You cannot take your cue from emotional friends. Let's say it again. You cannot take your cues in life, which means I cannot take what I'm going to do next based on my emotional friends. I cannot take my next move based on the emotions of me or other people. They bought a new car, she got a new house, so now I make myself move based on them, my cue. When you were in drama, they would say, you have a cue. When this happens, that's your cue to move. When the music changes, that's your cue to move. You cannot take your cues from emotional other people. They must come from scripture or from wise voices, which will now build a level of cues and wisdom in your own life. There's a word I want to give you real quickly. It's called metanoia. Metanoia is the journey of changing one's mind, heart, self, or way of life. Metanoia is a word that means I'm changing my mind, my heart, myself, and my way of life. So I have to get, hey, V Gordon, how you doing? I have to change myself, my heart, my mind, and my way of life. So I gotta go. I'm getting too quick. This is one of my first lessons I ever taught, but I just have a different wisdom on it now because I've grown. See, it's okay. Because I know everybody wants a winning anyway life. I see it on y'all posts. I'm like, dang, either they're really in love with winning anyway, and they're either branding me, or like a bunch of other people, they're just stealing to make themselves look good. Because you can't keep preaching about winning on the mountain, and we keep seeing dust on your shoes from the valley. Eventually, we have to see some mountaintop experiences. We have to see some growth. So I understand. I know you want to win anyway, but do you want to keep it? Because one win doesn't make you a winner. One win does not make you a winner. I can prove it. If it does, then you have a lot more life to deal with. Because that means every time you do one thing, that's what you are. You are not what you have done. You are better. Can I move further? You are not what you've done. You are better. Which means if you lied, you're not a liar. You just got caught up in a lie. But if you keep lying, yeah, you're a liar. So to be a winner, you can't just win once. It must be a lifestyle. So to sustain it, I got you now where you're set up to obtain it. Hello, Yvonne. How you doing, cousin? To obtain a winning lifestyle, we got you set up. Now we're going to sustain it. To sustain means to give support or give relief to. So it does not mean just receiving. To sustain something means you give support or you give relief. See, it's a lifestyle. To sustain means to supply with sustenance or with nourishment. To sustain means to give or to keep up with, to push. To sustain means to support the weight of, or to prop up, or to carry, to withstand. Watch this, a weight or a pressure. So to sustain something means to be there for it. Last definition, to sustain means to bear up under. To suffer or to undergo. It means I'm here to make sure it doesn't fall. Sometimes winning does not mean you're on top. It means you are the sustainer on the bottom to make sure somebody else doesn't fall. If you don't have that mind in winning, then you're really not winning. I told you last week, here we go. When the Bible says that you'll make your enemy your footstool, if you read the connotation of the heart of God, prophetically and naturally, the heart of God is never to put your foot on somebody's back. So it does not mean they're going to bend over. It means you're going to change and love them enough through God, and God's going to change them enough to help you up. And somebody will use their power, their ability, and their influence to help you. Your enemies being your footstool is not you trumping on top of them to get where you're going. That is not the will of God. That's the will of your emotions. And that's the will of you trying to get somebody back. You will never win. And even if you do, if your enemy simply tells God, I'm sorry, then if you think that you're on their back, when they stand up, you fall. And you fall because God has raised them up. Be careful. You're not pushing yourself to win on somebody else's back. In order to sustain your own life, gotta go. Bless you, GC Jones. Inbox me. That's not the place for this. God bless you. I told you, this is my coaching. This is not where you talk to me. This is where we talk about the lesson. We're in lesson right now. So God bless you. I'll talk to you soon. In order to sustain anything in your life, you have to deal, y'all ready? Can I help you? With your hurt pocket. Every one of us have a pocket where our hurts are. It's a pocket in your heart. It's a pocket in your heart. I got you, GC. I'm always praying for you. When you inbox, we got you. So keep pushing. We're praying for the whole family. And so listen, y'all don't get mad at me. This is not the place where I communicate. This is where I teach. If I was in a coaching class, you couldn't walk in and stand up and just start talking to me about something that we're not in. You have to wait until we finish and do it properly and in order. That's how I obtain and sustain winning. It's order. I have to have order, period. That's just me. And so I try to teach people we have to do that. So we're praying for the family, definitely. There are a lot of deaths in our families and our friends, and we have to actually pray for them. But now it's not that time. We're doing something else. So we have to keep order. So in order to sustain anything in life, you have to deal with your hurt pocket. Hurt pocket is the pocket where there are some things that every time you get hurt, it adds to a particular pocket. It goes back to being emotionally, or should I say overly emotionally involved, because we don't deal with it well. To sustain something, we all have to experience pain because you learn how to sustain with it. Are y'all following me? If you know, listen, let me help some of y'all. I gotta go. I'm past my time. In football, you see a man catch this pigskin. His job is to get hit, endure the pain, and keep running. He'll never score or get a touchdown if he does not deal with the hit while holding on to the ball. Sometimes you are not experiencing pain because you've done something wrong. You're experiencing pain because God's trying to find out if you have gotten your emotions balanced with what your purpose is. So can you hold on to it while people are hitting you? See, that's success. That's winning, when you can hold on to it and still win. All of us experience emotional pain and devastation in our lives, but very few of us deal with it properly. Okay? Very few of us deal with our hurt pocket properly. Bless you, Dexter. Very few of us deal with it properly. Watch this. You know people like that. Can I hit you in the gut? Can I hit you? Okay, Chris Blake, I'm on his road. Okay, Chris Blake, I'm coming on your road now. You ready? There are people who hate their lover or lovers and love their abusers. Okay. Did I hit you? What I mean is, there are people, and some of you on here right now, there are some of you, people love you. They're emotionally attached to you. They're mentally attached to you. They're physically attached to you. And they love you. They go over the bar for you. They stretch themselves for you. They learn for you. They do whatever. They love you. And you ignore them because you're trying to love the person who abuses you. You're chasing the person who's running from you while ignoring the people who have been sent to cover you and hug you and love you and be there. You're chasing the inconsistency in your life while leaving what's consistent. You're going to end up alone, because eventually a person who is trying to love somebody who's unavailable will go find the availability somewhere else. And then when you find out that the person who you've been emotionally attached to is not attached to you, you're going to be in the middle of somebody who already loved you and is gone, and someone who never loved you and is gone. And now you'll find out that you never dealt with your pain properly because you're hating your lover and loving your abuser. So what happens is our unresolved issues build walls in our heart. Y'all, I'm going deep. I gotta get through 10 minutes. They build walls in our heart. You got it? They build major walls in our heart. And as they build walls in our heart, the problem is not that we have walls and boundaries. We should have walls. You should have boundaries. You should have all these things. That's not our problem. The problem is you box yourself in with the wrong people. Oh, did y'all get that? You box yourself in with the wrong people. What, Pastor, why do you say that? Coach, why do you say that? Because you box yourself in with the people who not going to help you get out. You box yourself in with people who going to stay in, who don't want you out. And so now you can obtain a winning anyway mindset, but you can't sustain it because you can't feed it because you're feeding it on a lower level, or you boxed yourself in with no way to get the good things in. So the more pain that we accumulate, the more we are mentally, emotionally, and relationally crippled. The more pain you accumulate, see, pain is supposed to go through you, not come to you. The more pain that you accumulate mentally, emotionally, and relationally, it cripples you. But if you take the time and put people around you who will help you reach your hurt pocket to confront your pain, then you'll be able to release it and have freedom. And that's how you make room to obtain and sustain the tools to a winning anyway life. Can I give you some points and we're going to go? I'm going to move fast and maybe I'll teach these again next Friday in detail. Number one, you start with moving. Oh, I'll get through it today. You're moving from your past. You have to move from your past. You can't stay around your past and think you're going to hang in there and your past is going to be better after a while. No. You have to move from your past. Whatever had you frustrated, angry, too long, move from your past. I got 7 minutes. Move from your past. Number 2, remove and resolve every negative issue or event. Go ahead, deal with it. Don't talk to them. Deal with it in your own mind. Remove yourself from it and resolve every negative issue. You got it? Number three, I'm going now. Number 3, you have to forgive yourself and discover true inner peace. Forgive you and allow yourself the freedom to live from that point on. See, the reason why we live in our past, we don't forgive us. We stay attached to things because we take our own personal guilt. You have to change your mind and remove yourself from it, and then move from the past, move from negative issues, then forgive yourself to discover your own true inner peace. Number 4, make the choice to fulfill your God-given destiny. The minute you make the choice to fulfill your God-given destiny, God will attach himself to you and say, since you decided to walk with me, I'll walk with you. It means you have to give yourself a fresh start at just being you. Yes, your old friends are going to require you to do the same thing you did. People will require the same thing. Your old demons will seek to pull you back, but you have to give yourself a fresh start at just being you. Now you can obtain this process. Now let me give you 5 points to help you sustain it. Here are the 5 things you have to do. I taught these in the beginning of my coaching. I wasn't nearly as mature. So now I can look at them and just get droves of things. I don't have time. No, listen. Number 1, to sustain this process of being free and resetting yourself to just be you. To sustain yourself, the 5 things. Number 1, you have to deal honestly with your hurt pocket. How do I do it? I have to see the benefits of it and not the negativity. What did I learn in this process? What did I learn in this situation? I'm not going to stay there, but I need to remember what I learned so I can use it going forward. As I deal with my hurt pocket, I deal with one thing. How I deal with it, I move it. I repeat that cycle because I learned it. I deal with this hurt, I removed it. So when hurt starts to come, I know how to deal with it because I've honestly dealt with my hurt pocket, seeing the benefits and not the hurtful boundaries. I have to put letters together in my mouth. It feels better not to put words like that. Benefits and the hurtful boundaries. Number two, here's how I do it. I ponder the possibilities. What do you mean? I count up the cost. What is this costing me to have to stay here too long? What is it costing me to have to deal with this stuff? What am I losing by staying right here? Or what am I gaining? You should evaluate every relationship in your life and find out, is it on your credit card or in your savings account? Y'all quiet. The relationship should be, is it on my credit card or in my savings account? Which means, is Is it leaving? Is this taking from me? Am I depleted every time I deal with it? Or am I looking at my savings account going, this is a blessing. I'm accumulating some situations in my life that are blessing me. So I got to ponder the possibilities. Number three. I have to purge, not me. Let's go back. Yeah, I have to purge myself of disappointments. You have to purge yourself of disappointments. You can no longer afford, me too, to give $1 million attention for a $3 return. You can no longer afford to give $1 million attention for a $3 return. You will soon be bankrupt. Number 4, I gotta go. Number 4, you have to involve yourself with positive proclamation conversations. You have to involve yourself with people who are interested. See, this is where I now evaluate people in my life, because I'm a deep water thinker. So if I am involving myself in positive proclamation conversations, I am engaged in because I love learning about people, engaged in what's important to you, and you don't have time for me, I will no longer engage, because I will no longer create personal disappointments for myself and waste my positive proclamation conversations because you don't have time for my wealth, my word, my wisdom, or my wit. Oh, that's good today. That's in my spirit now. That's going to be part of what I teach on one day. I'll add some more points to that. So you have to involve yourself in positive proclamation conversations. It's funny. I'll go back to it, how we love people who hate us and hate the ones who love us. I've experienced where I get so involved in what other people are doing, only but to find that as soon as they find something that seems new or refreshing, that the thing that has sown into them and covered them with mulch and kept the weeds away and got them growth, they will turn around and uproot themselves, shake themselves, because they don't have time. Or they're so busy. It's a trick of the enemy. I know that. I'm not talking about church like that. I'm talking about personal situations where when you take time to have conversations about what's exciting to them and they don't have time to be excited. So now I sit back and watch the thing they were excited about die out. And they go, what are you thinking? I offer advice later. Well, it could have done this. You could have done this. You could have done this. Because now people, not me, people have to learn to value positive proclamation conversations. Last one, and I'm done. You have to take practical, purposeful action. What does that mean? That means you have to execute. You have to execute. You must execute the things on things in your life that are giving you a full return. That's all I have today. That's how you obtain and sustain. Once you do these things, once you get, I'll give it to you quickly again one time. Move from your past, remove and resolve all negative events, then forgive yourself and discover inner peace. Make the choice to follow God. So now there's an open space because you've gotten rid of all the pain and all this emotional unrest in your life. Once you've done that, then you deal with your hurt pocket by making more space. Then you ponder the possibilities. What could I be without all this pain? Then you purge yourself of disappointment, which means things that attach to negativity. Then you have to involve yourself in positive proclamation. So now you're refilling yourself with positive proclamations of things that can be and will be, and conversations, because you move and you grow by what you hear. Then you must take purposeful action. When that happens, you've now traded your time for personal value. You've now increased your life because you got rid of what was keeping you from obtaining and sustaining a winning anyway mindset. Not just getting one, but keeping one. And so I'm so happy this morning to be able to talk to you about it. Today, I want you to move in a winning anyway mindset no matter what's going on. Know that things will happen. Things can happen. You will have things happening in your life. It does not matter. With the positive mindset, with the wind of God at your back, and the hand of God holding your hand, and the arms of God covering you, you can do whatever it is in life because you, I'm going to say this twice, were created to win. I want you to hear that. Hear that from pastor. Hear that from some of your spiritual father. Hear that from the prophet. Hear that from life pastor. You were created to win. Some of you have asked, I always do this all the time. Sometimes you were created to win. If it's on your heart to do that, there it is. It's not major for me. That's not why I do it. This month, or April, the month of April, will be the business within. So I took time to go back to this one, just to kind of give you some refresher of how we got to winning anyway, how we dealt with our mentality, our mind. Yeah, Donnell. How we deal with our mind, the mentality, obtaining and sustaining a winning anyway mindset. Next week, I can't go back. I may get to teach about maintaining. Canvas Booker, I fixed something for you. Check your Cash App. So I was created to win. I see y'all. You were created to win. And so I'm here now to let you know. I'm here to encourage you and tell you, you were created to win. This is Life Pastor Kyle. I am here this morning just to make sure that you get a good start to your weekend, that you can have the journey of changing your mind, your heart, yourself, and your way of life. You no longer have to lose. Now is the time that you can live a winning anyway life. I've enjoyed today. I hope you have. It's been my pleasure. It's been my pleasure. It is my brand. It is my purpose. I was created to do this. And so I enjoy making sure you do what you were created to do. This is Life Pastor Kyle. Go follow me on Instagram. Follow me on Clubhouse, or follow me on my Winning Anyway Life page on Facebook. Follow me for more things to come. We'll see you soon. It's been a wonderful Friday. I've got places to go. I got people to see and things to do. It's going to be an amazing weekend. If you're not busy, join us tomorrow online at 6:30. It's Pastor now. 6:30, we'll be on for worshiping in the Word. If you can't join us online, hey, come to the temple, but you must inbox me first to get clearance. You can't just walk up and park. You can park, but you will not be able to enter. We're going to have a wonderful time with Apostle Victor Gaddy on tomorrow. Love to see your face in the place or see you online. We'll see you soon. Much love. Peace. Keep winning anyway.